Certain things that present themselves to me tonight. I know what I'm going to do against John Noble. He had a whole laundry list, a long book of moves. He had, and he said, look, Tony, he said, I'm just going to show you this. He said, no, I don't want you, don't tell anybody. Don't get specific on the air. He said, but I keep a book on guys I'm going to wrestle. He breaks down tape, breaks down film. There's a side of that to him that I don't know if a lot of guys in this sport today practice it. I know a lot of guys in years past did. When you watch him wrestle, you'll see him respond to what John Noble's doing in that ring.
And that's exactly what this young competitor needs to be doing. He needs to study the tapes, study every possible reversal to every possible move that John Noble may throw at him. Sure, that's a long, long laundry list of moves and holds, like you were saying, Tony. But that's the type of thing that a guy's got to do in order to be 100% on his game. Professional wrestling is human chess at its very
Human chess.
And you have to be thinking 2, 3, 4 moves ahead, if possible, of what you're going to do to your opponent next, given any situation. And Brad Thomas is a student of the sport, no doubt about it. Beautiful leapfrog right there. Took him right over into a monkey flip. Brad Thomas right back. Beautiful arm drag takeover there by Brad Thomas as he's got John Noble under control. And it's because of that studying and that hard work that Brad does that he's able to execute these maneuvers and make things look as smooth and as simple as they appear to be in the ring.
And look at him just driving the shoulder there, the knee into the shoulder as he works the arm bar now. And he's just trying to create some torque now, like some of the greats in sport in the past. And we've already seen it tonight with a couple of the veteran guys. You take a region, you find a region like the Andersons themselves, and you work that tactic. You continue to work that one prone region. It looks like right now Brad Thomas has decided on John Noble. It's going to be that arm. As we see one reversal, now another side chin lock, side headlock, and here we go as Noble sends Thomas into the ring. But Thomas is able to block him to the canvas. Now Thomas through and the leapfrog, but no, as he looks like he's going to try to roll him up into some kind of package, but nothing doing. As Brad Thomas was going to whip him down, Noble does, but Thomas is able to take him off his feet in a reverse hip toss, and now another arm drag takedown, and Brad Thomas here early on, the crowd is coming alive. You know, for many of these people, this might be a first exposure to this young man. I have a feeling, win, lose, or draw tonight, he's going to walk out of here a fan favorite.
No doubt about that, Tony. I mean, great wrestling clinic being displayed here by John Noble and Brad Thomas. Noble got caught sleeping there. Referee got a 1 count on him right there as Brad Thomas has got that arm all bent up, wound up now. He's got him in an arm bar position as Noble's making his way back up to his feet. Thomas winding up on that arm ringer. And John Noble right there, that's the type of tactic. Went right to the eyes.
Yes.
That was what he needed to do to necessitate that break. Up and over. Thomas got caught right there. Power bomb maneuver right there by John Noble, and Brad Thomas is in severe trouble as the momentum of this matchup just turned very quickly right there. And John Noble, he's being arrogant, he's being cocky. He better get over there and make that cover. He's doing so now and got a 2 count. But that moment of arrogance over there, Tony, is what may have cost him not getting that 3 count, because it allowed Brad just that moment to grab that extra breath and possibly come back.
John Noble, of course, the author of the TKO, one of the most devastating moves in professional wrestling today. If he gets an opportunity later, and it looked there like he was going to try and set him up and go for that, and that would have been a good time after the power bomb. It looks like Noble, though, wasn't able to capitalize, and now Brad Thomas trying to collect himself, but a chop, and you can hear it come through the crowd as John Noble gives him the hook 'em horns for his friends back in Dallas, Texas, and another. John Noble right now, but now Brad Thomas is able in the reversal. Oh, he gets spit in his face. What in the world was that? John Noble is lecherous, and he and Tom Pritchard celebrate their rule-breaking ways, and it's disgusting. And that happens right in front of David Rossi, the wrestling bossy, the associate commissioner of NWA Rocky Top, who's at ringside watching these rule breakers tonight. He's making his list, Joe Wheeler, and checking it twice as John Noble throws him into the top of the turnbuckle. But Noble, again, concerned about the crowd on hand, now chops him right in his chest region as he works at 1. Now going to set him up and hit him with a hard right and takes him to the canvas. And there you see Thor looking at him, but it's to no avail. You're not going to stop this guy once he gets started. Another chop, John Noble continues now to work that region. Is he doing enough, Joe Wheeler, at this point as he spits in the face again?
That's just an absolutely disgusting tactic there that John Noble's using, spitting in the man's eyes. I mean, I've seen some real low-life tactics before, but that's got to take the cake. As John Noble now with an Irish whip into the buckle. Brad Thomas up and over his man right there. Ducked under that clothesline attempt. And Brad responds with a chop of his own. And he fires off a second one as the crowd here in Knoxville responds. Brad Thomas ducked under that. And another big chop by Thomas. Thomas now firing up on John Noble. And it's about time he start doling out a little punishment of his own. Irish whip got reversed right there. Thomas, went for the leapfrog. Noble caught him. German suplex. Or should I say belly to back suplex right there. And Brad is hurt again.
It doesn't matter, because either way it tastes as bitter as German chocolate right now. Maybe, though, there's a bitter sweetness to this as he's able to kick out. But at any rate, Brad Thomas is in a world of hurt, and John Noble right now has the X Division Championship in his grasp. 5'11", 212 pounds, as he throws him for a side toss. And now John Noble is with a side headlock working on Brad Thomas as Thomas is trying to get back into some kind of base type position and try to regain some type of control, as John Noble right now is all over young Brad Thomas. The winner tonight will walk out of here as the X Division champion, the first X Division champion, right here in NWA Rocky Top. It is the night of the champions, and Brad Thomas is on his feet. A chop of one, but he's not able to sustain it as Brad Noble again sends him to the canvas with a hard right hand.
John Noble's pulling out every trick in his Texas arsenal against Brad Thomas right here. I tell you what, X Division's on the line. Don't think for 1 minute John Noble won't do anything at all to win that title. Beautiful side Russian leg sweep there by Noble. And now in a chinlock position. Well, I was going to say a front face lock, but no, he's got him in a reverse chinlock position. Looks like he's got the arm barred there as
Joe,
well.
These guys are testing even you. And you, as far as I'm concerned, are, as far as calling the tactical side of the sport, you're second to none. But these guys are pulling out things, and Noble's pulling out things right now in his bag of tricks that you haven't seen.
That's true, Tony. I mean, these guys are innovators in the world of wrestling, no doubt about it. You know, some of the maneuvers I know without a blink of an eye, and others actually have to think about as far as what some of the moves these younger guys can pull off. You know, snapmare takeover there by John Noble. He's got Brad Thomas back in that reverse chinlock position. He's got him grounded, Tony. And it's a great strategy on Noble's part to ground Brad Thomas,
yes.
Keep him down. Don't let Brad get on those ropes. Don't let him hit that springboard cross body block off that second rope, which we know is an awesome maneuver that Brad can pull out of his arsenal. John's got a good strategy here, but Brad's back on his feet. Two back elbows, gets the separation. He's into the ropes, but Noble's right back on him. Whips him into the ropes, ducked under that back clothesline.
Oh,
There's
he
that
misses
springboard.
it. And I'll tell you, Brad Thomas really feels it, as right now he's in a lot of trouble. 1, 2, and that could be it. Oh! As Thomas is able to, last minute, just to kick out. And he's really mad at himself right now. You can see the frustration. He's asking the crowd to help him. He needs some extra juice to get on his feet. And there you see Noble just snapping him with the front of his boot. And now Thomas is feeling it against the ropes as he's prone against the second turnbuckle and against the second rope, as now he slides down, and John Noble's going to gather him up, and he's going to snap him up into a suplex and gets him up and over. And I'll tell you, Noble is in some serious control. 1 and 2 and oh! Boy, that was so close.
Brad was able to sneak out the back door once again. John Noble going right back to that same strategy. He's got him grounded. He's got him down with that side chin lock. He's going to hold him and try to take the oxygen away from Brad Thomas. That's one of the best things that he can try to do to him at this point in time, Tony, is take that oxygen away. Without that oxygen, Brad can't fight that fight. He can't fuel that fire to fight that fight. And Noble knows that as he applies more and more pressure. The fans here in Knoxville rallying behind Brad.
You can see it right now as our official there is giving you the 2. Oh, the arm didn't go all the way down. It looks like there's some life now in young Brad Thomas. Is he going to be able to get to his feet? He hasn't been able in the last several minutes to ward off the challenge of one John Noble. Can Thomas regain control? One shot to the abdomen, another, and now another, and a right, and a block, and a right, and a block, and a right, and a right. And now Brad Thomas is feeding it. As he spins it, comes back with a hard left.
He knocked him
out.
He knocked him down on that one, Tony. Sorry, he got a 2 count out of it. Brad Thomas has got the momentum. Beautiful drop kick. One chin right on the jaw, the other one on the chest. Got a 2 count only out of it. Brad Thomas is on a roll now. He's got John Noble back up and caught him right there. Back elbow there. Brad Thomas has got the momentum. This is a crucial time in the match for him. He's got to hook that leg, get that cover, and got a 2 count only. Thomas needs to keep this momentum rolling if he's going to win this X Division matchup.
Thomas has some serious hops, as you just saw, and you heard Joe Wheeler so eloquently call it, as now he's going to whip him into the buckle as he goes. And Thomas now always going to run right into a leg. And Brad Thomas, again, he's young, he makes a mistake, and what are we going to see here but a inverted?
He brought him over right there. Tony got the leg hook, got a 2 count out of it.
What do you call that, what he just did there?
Not
Come on, Joe Wheeler.
What it was from this position.
It was nasty looking.
It was nasty looking. Couldn't quite tell what he got him with from this position. Almost looked like a DDT. Maybe drove him in there head first. Thomas definitely in trouble.
And here he
Noble
goes.
with a fireman's carry. He's going for that TKO.
No,
He's got it right up. He's got the leg up. There's your 3 counts. We've got a brand new X Division champion in Brad Thomas. And the crowd here in Knoxville's going nuts, Tony.
As Tony TNT Lewis enters the ring, we've got a new champion, ladies and gentlemen. And his name is Brad Thomas, your X Division champion.
Just
What a match.
John Noble thought he had him set up. He had him in a fireman's carry position. He was going for that Texas knockout, baby. But it didn't pay off. Brad Thomas rolled him up.
Absolutely awesome match here in our X Division as Brad Thomas gets the win over John Noble. And look at Brad Thomas. Look at the crowd.